All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started here and talk about the severe weather heading into the area this evening. Taking a look at live radar. All right, guys. So, a lot going on here with just this line. This is just a massive line of thunderstorms that is moving from, kind of, west northwest to kind of east southeast. It spawned some tornado warnings. It has spawned some severe thunderstorm warnings. The storms are actually increasing in coverage now south of Interstate 70. And we're going to get right into it. We've got a decent line of thunderstorms. This isn't the worst we've ever seen, so we don't want to blow this completely out of proportion. But if we zoom into the area, let's start with the Indianapolis metro area. Latest scans here, we'll look at where the wind is coming into. The severe thunderstorm warning stretches from over here towards, so I get this mic a little bit closer, over here towards Cicero, Noblesville, Fishers, including Indianapolis Metro. And you can kind of see the leading edge here, coming out of Brownsburg, Whitestown, just west here near Sheridan. And the wind is obviously going to be the most significant threat with this line of thunderstorms, okay? But nonetheless, certainly can be strong winds. We see inside the line here, we've got winds suggestive of over 60 miles per hour, all right, even back towards advanced 64 mile per hour winds. What's interesting about this is the wind is a little bit more of a longer duration, all right? It's not just a skinny little wall of wind. The wind is a little bit longer, if you will. So it may actually be a longer duration strong wind event with some lightning and some heavy rain. So we do have a new tornado warning I want to relay now here. Brett, if you can keep feeding me the information as you're doing right now, I appreciate that. Meteorologist Brett Waltz sending me information as well. Let's get right into, if you're in the Fort Wayne metro area, this is a new tornado warning that has been issued. And this is going to expire in 31 minutes. But this tornado warning will go until 7:45 for southwestern Allen County, southern Whitley County, and northern Huntington County. The National Weather Service has issued that tornado warning again until 7:45. The hazard is a tornado. It's radar indicated. It's a radar indicated rotation, so flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. And again, this is going to go until 7:40. Until 7:40, this tornado warning. And what's interesting about this is, this looks to be a strong little devil here, and it'll probably be rain wrapped or embedded inside the rain. So certainly want to take that very seriously. What I'm going to do real quick here is share this on my page here. Give me just a second here. Let me get some. If you all could share this for me, I would greatly appreciate it, as we do have these obviously very dangerous situation heading into the Fort Wayne metro area. Now, here's what I want to talk about. What you see here, this little inflow notch, okay, noted on the reflectivity return, and then you see this strong little devil here, and the rotation being indicated, possibly indicating winds that will gust, over 70 miles per hour as this heads into Fort Wayne. So that tornado warning does include all of the Fort Wayne metro area, and that is going to go again until 7:40. And we are watching this part of the storm right here head into Fort Wayne. So again, tornado warning Fort Wayne until 7:40. Okay. Now let's scroll back down here. Look down here over the Indianapolis metro area. Not seeing anything indicative of tornadic conditions yet. Okay? Not saying it's going to be impossible. This line is a little bit less organized here across the central portion of the state, albeit there will be plenty of lightning. And again, winds that can easily gust in excess of 60 miles per hour. So that severe thunderstorm warning that goes for the metro area is going to go until 7:45. It looks like we just got a new one. It's going to extend to the south. But that one is also going to, this is also going to be for 70 mile per hour winds. The one that's to the south that you should see pop up here any second, let's get a read on that here. Let's see. Let me clear this out. Let's see. Yeah, new severe thunderstorm warning for Marion and Johnson counties. I'm waiting for that to populate now. And let's see here. Going to include the city of Franklin as well. Let's see here. Give me just a second. That alert will pop here shortly. Okay. You'll be able to see it fill in here on radar. But it is for the south side of the Indianapolis metro area. If there's any legitimate questions coming, Brett, please forward them my way. 60-mile-per-hour winds and up to penny-sized hail for that severe thunderstorm warning. There we go. There it is. It just populated. So it's the new yellow box here that you can see. All right. And that's going to be that severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to go until it looks like 8:15 p.m. So Mooresville, Brooklyn, Martinsville, Greenwood, New Whiteland, Franklin, Trafalgar, Morgantown. That storm is heading straight east towards your location. All right. Let's see here. I'm just getting caught up. Okay. Let's go back up here, up to the north. And again, we'll look at that. You still see the tornado warning up there across the north. All right. Again, this isn't the... If you're in the Greenwood area, people asking if you should take shelter. Brett's directed me over towards that. Let's see. I don't think you need to take shelter. I think that it's just going to be strong winds and heavy thunderstorms. I would stay away from the windows and trees and things like that and stay indoors. But I don't think really you need to take shelter if you're in the Greenwood area right now. If you're anywhere in the Indianapolis metro, Johnson County, so far, I don't see anything on radar that would indicate to me that you would need to take shelter, okay? So, okay, let's see here, see if I can get some comments here. Tornado potential for western Indianapolis, Avon area. Again, I don't see that right now. Fishers... again, strong winds, but I'm not seeing anything that's suggesting this is absolutely just, the strongest storm we've ever seen. It's in my opinion right now that this is somewhat of a broken line of thunderstorms, and it's not, again, it's not excessively strong, but damaging winds. Certainly possible. Maybe a tree, maybe a power line or something can come down. But overall, I'm not seeing anything extraordinarily strong here on the radar returns. All right, so we have the severe thunderstorm warning here across south central Indiana. And it looks like we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning, including Fort Wayne. Let's go back up there. It looks like they're extending that warning east. The tornado warning is, you can see the line is much more organized up to the north and east. So like north of, say, Decatur to Wabash, Huntington, north of that area, that's where this line is much more organized. We're seeing little spots of possible rotation. But we are starting to see the decay really of the line as we're kind of, the sun is setting, some of the daytime, the instability is kind of coming down a little bit. There's no doubt about it, the most dangerous part of this line right now is certainly just west of the Fort Wayne metro area and moving into the Fort Wayne metro. If you're up there, certainly want to seek shelter out ahead of this storm. And all embedded across this line is 70-mile-per-hour plus wind potential. So it's certainly much more organized to the north and to the east here across northeast Indiana than it is down here across central Indiana. Okay. So that location has been tornado warned. Now they're just adding the severe thunderstorm warning on top of that. So the severe thunderstorm warning that is here for the south central portion of the state, Johnson, Morgan, portions of Putnam and Hendricks County, that's going to go here again in the south side. It's going to go for 54 minutes, so that's an hour-long warning. However, again, let's zoom in on a little feature I'm noticing here. Let's see, just northwest of Paragon. Let me get a little read on this here. This is an interesting feature here because you've got a little bit of wind coming in and maybe going away here, maybe a little rotation possibly, but it's very disorganized, and it's kind of split between cells. So I don't think it's anything yet, but I will want to watch that. Let's see here. New severe thunderstorm warning, including Huntington, South Whitley, until 7:30. Let's get a read on that. Again, I'm going to watch that cell in Morgan County. There's that severe thunderstorm warning that's going to continue here. Now, here it is east of Indianapolis. So now if you're in Muncie, Anderson, Summitville, Alexandria area, that severe thunderstorm warning is going to go for, it looks like the next, let's see, 22 minutes. So it's a little bit of a quicker warning. It's going to go until 7:45 for Madison County, western Delaware, northwestern Henry, and southeastern Hamilton County until 7:45. That's also going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds and radar indicated. It's a radar indicated warning. And again, nothing. You've seen worse before. All right. I don't want people to get too overly freaked out. I'm not downplaying it by any means, but it's definitely a little disorganized as it's headed in here to the area this evening. And we've seen stronger storms. All right, so that severe thunderstorm warning, including Muncie, Anderson, and Yorktown, that's going to go until 7:45. Looks like we do have a report from a BAM weather employee out of Danville. One of our software developers out there reporting half-inch diameter hail in Danville area. And that's probably very evident. We'll go over here and we'll look at the digital vertically integrated liquid. And you can kind of see here, that frame is always a little old. It's 13 minutes old, but you can see that there's definitely probably some spots where there were some hail. There we go, right there, here across portions of Danville. Okay, you can see it right there just a few moments ago. This kind of helps us indicate if hail is possible in certain situations. So half-inch diameter hail, it's technically not severe criteria. All right, it's technically not, that technically doesn't warrant severe thunderstorm warning, but we want to at least relay the message, okay? Let's see here. Let me get kind of caught up on what I'm looking at here. Let's see. Go back here. So there's plenty of lightning. I'm counting about 2,750 strikes across the area. It's definitely charged. It's loaded. Plenty of cloud-to-ground lightning, especially here across southwestern Indiana. There seems to be more lightning across the southwestern extent of this, and that's where really the Cape gradient is a little bit more impressive, where we have a little bit more energy. So I'm gonna pull in our software here and kind of show you what I'm talking about. This is the weather porthole. And you can see all the lightning strikes. And you look up here, the live count on the screen is 2,879 lightning strikes. And, you know, it's interesting to note how much more lightning is across the area to the southwest than it is up off to the north and to the east. So there's a little bit of a void there in some of the instability a little bit. But regardless, it's one of those things where there may be an uptick in lightning fires. There may be an uptick in you know, some reports here from lightning and things like that. So certainly plenty of it. Greencastle MRMS. Let's look at the Greencastle MRMS real quick, showing max hail of 1.26. That's interesting here over the last 30 minutes. And so you can see where some of the higher hail cores were here. You can see over an inch hail here just west of Greencastle in the Putnam County area. All right, so certainly interesting there. We can look at our probability of severe hail real quick and just see if there's any probability of it that we really need to focus on. And if there is any probability, the strongest hail probabilities right now are going to come out across portions of far southwestern Morgan County. And there's a little bit of that going on across Let me toggle off these warnings real quick. There's a little bit of that going on across portions of southern Hendricks County, 20% probability of severe hail. And you can see even down here, maybe closer to a 40% probability of some severe hail. So neat little tool there that kind of helps us indicate where some of the stronger hail cores are. We'll take it up here to northern Indiana. And again, you can see the strongest part of this storm, if from a hail perspective, just west of Fort Wayne is 36% probability of severe hail. Okay. Now, for those of you asking what a derecho is, guys, a derecho is the meteorological term for a long-lived line of damaging thunderstorms that stretches over a period of time in a certain mile. Brett, can you give me the exact terminology of that, what the actual derecho is? But it's just a long-lived cluster of thunderstorms, essentially is what the derecho is. All right, so Maria, let's see, Maria reports huge branches and tree down in our yard from Boone County. So appreciate that report, thank you. But let me kind of give you just an idea here. What the derecho, you can just kind of see the long-lived nature of this thunderstorm complex, and really it pounded portions of Iowa today. In fact, I'm going to go and show you. I want to show you a little bit of a longer loop here of what this has looked like today, just in you know, from a satellite perspective. It's been an unbelievable day here in the weather department. So the actual definition, as I get this to load, is a line of intense, widespread, fast-moving windstorms. Sometimes thunderstorms move across a great distance, is characterized by damaging winds. So it's just a huge, you know, it's a term that catches. We actually see these a lot. We actually see derechos quite a bit in people, you know, it just catches popularity when the media catches on to it. So this actually is nothing new. It's not like, oh my God, 2020, whatever. Okay, this is something that's been around for a long time. But look at the life of this thunderstorm complex as it started from Iowa. I'm going to get you a composite radar view. But typically, this is just a damaging wind swath of 250 miles with concentrated wind gusts exceeding 60 miles per hour. But you can just see the life of this as it just goes from Iowa, gets into East Iowa, gets into northern Illinois, and just plows folks. And then you see the outflow that has come and sparked it to the east and has really exploded thunderstorm development here over central Indiana. So, guys, a huge shout out to meteorologist Brett Waltz feeding me information. There are so many of you commenting. I just can't keep up. But Brett really helps. If we see important questions or information come through, Brett really helps stream that to me. So we appreciate Brett as well, helping stream the info in here tonight. But you can just see just an expansive line of thunderstorms. There used to be a tool, and I may be able to do this for you. Let me see if I can. I may not have that tool anymore. Station IDs, county outline. Let's do this. There's your counties. There's your interstates. So you can kind of get a better idea of this massive radar view. But yeah, how bad in Greenwood? Many are asking, and is it going to weaken as it pushes south? Let me get back to that question. It looks like, do we have a new watch, Brett? I'm seeing. Okay, maybe that's just something noise I'm seeing in the chat. Given the outflow interaction, I want to talk about that real quick. We'll look at localized sectors here. Given the outflow interaction that we've seen, okay, there is a new severe thunderstorm watch. I think that it can continue to kind of flourish. You see the rapid development here from the south as the outflow interacts with the energy and the forcing going on. So there actually is a new severe thunderstorm watch that I want to bring to your attention here. Southwest Indiana, Northwest Kentucky, and Southern Illinois. That's that new watch. We're going to go ahead and pull it right in. That new watch here is that's going to go until midnight. All right. Brownsburg reported 55 mile per hour wind gusts at 7:16. But here's that new watch tonight. So that new watch is going to go until midnight. 70-mile-per-hour winds, frequent lightning. You're going to be Bloomington, Jasper, Evansville, Carbondale, Paducah, Louisville. These areas are going to be, they're going to be under the gun for some thunderstorms. It's a population of 3.5 million people, so it's a big area. Let me get back to this. Let's look at this. We are getting some reports of power outages in Noblesville. So if we go up here real quick, it's the Noblesville area. I'm imagining that some of this is probably from lightning and maybe some from wind as well. The wind was strong, but I've seen stronger. But there's quite a bit of lightning with this. So power outage reports in Noblesville. This storm is actually starting to intensify a little bit from the Brownsburg, Plainfield, Mooresville area down towards Martinsville. All right, so we're seeing a little bit more intensification, if you will, with the storm west and southwest of Indianapolis. That's going to mean probably a stronger storm for Beech Grove, Southport, Greenwood, New Whiteland, Franklin. I'm still not seeing any indication of any tornadic behavior yet. I'm still watching southwestern Morgan County. And Brett, maybe throw me some feedback here in the chat on your thoughts on this. I'm starting to see a little bit of a connection here in the convection. And as these boundaries collide, there may be a little bit of spin down here. If there's anything rotating, we may see a warning of some sort for southwestern Morgan County of some kind. It's sloppy, but there's something there. I want to watch that. All lanes of US 30 are closed at County Road 390 West due to down power lines. That's in Porter County, Indiana. And then Matthew Wiggins, one of our longtime followers and subscribers, reports he's on generator power in Avon. And so there's a lot of lightning with these. I want to go back to our weather portal and so we got pea-sized hail in Fort Wayne. I got reports just pouring in. So and Brett says he agrees, keeping an eye just west of Martinsville. So I've got some family there. Let me send a text here real quick. All right, so again, yeah, you can see the lightning. It's very intense here across. It's definitely more intense to the south and southwest, but we are noticing some rotation near the Paragon area. All right, near the Paragon area, we are noticing rotation. Let me go here real quick. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, this area is interesting. Morgan County is interesting. Let's see here. Let's see. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I am going to, real quick, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to get caught up. I'm going to be back in just about 2 minutes. Okay? I'll be back here shortly. I'll post again.